Hi, it's Texie. It's been a while since I did an art video again, because I'm kinda bad with art lately apparently. But yeah, I did a poll on Twitter on what kind of video I should post this weekend. Art apparently won, so we are doing art. What I'm drawing here is fan art for a book I finished very recently, this week. The book is called Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and it's by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and let's just say that it's amazing. So I'm drawing Evelyn Hugo here, and this was actually kind of challenging because she's described as like this extremely beautiful woman, so that alone kind of makes it really difficult because you have to draw a beautiful person. She's basically like this movie star who starts her career in the 50s, so that's why she looks very glam. And she's originally from, or her family is from Cuba, and then because Hollywood, she's kinda forced to basically become a white lady. So like become blonde, and her backstory is completely changed and everything, and she just kinda goes with it because she wants to be famous. I don't know, the story is just really interesting, and I didn't really expect to like the book as much as I did, even though literally everyone who has read this has said it's amazing. So yeah, I'm just on that bandwagon, but basically it's amazing. I'm gonna read the synopsis from the back of the book just to give a proper description of it, because I'm bad at explaining things. So, reclusive Hollywood icon Evelyn Hugo is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique Grant to write her story, no one is more astounded than Monique herself. Determined to use this opportunity to jumpstart her career, Monique listens in fascination. From making her way to Los Angeles in the 1950s to leaving show business in the 80s, and of course the seven husbands along the way, Evelyn unspools a tale of ruthless ambition, unexpected friendship, and a great forbidden love. But as Evelyn's story nears its conclusion, it becomes clear that her life intersects with Monique's own in tragic and irreversible ways. Yeah, that's the plot explained in a very vague way, and I don't want to go into details more than that if someone actually wants to read this, because there's a lot of plot twists there, and I don't know, it's really good. And I know the name kind of sounds like it's just a romance book, I guess, but it's really not. It's more about like doing what you have to do to succeed. I think Read with Cindy describes Evelyn pretty well by just saying she's a very Slytherin person. I think it's very accurate. I don't even know what else to say really other than just keep repeating myself. It's a good book. Prepare to cry. But since there is a little bit of the video left, I could actually read another bit of the book just for fun. It's like how she starts her Hollywood career, or like how she makes contact with the people there in the first place. Because I thought it was really funny. I don't know, it's a good little sneak peek to the book without really giving anything too much away. I'm just gonna read that for fun. So at this point Evelyn is like maybe 16, I think, and she has like just moved to Hollywood with her first husband. I'm just gonna read this. I was supposed to be finishing high school, but Ernie certainly wasn't going to be checking my report cards, and I knew school was a waste of time. I had come to Hollywood to do one thing, and I was going to do it. Instead of going to class, I would walk down to the Formosa Cafe for lunch every day and stay through happy hour. I had recognized the place from the gossip rags. I knew famous people hung out there. I was right next to a movie studio. The red building with cursive writing and black awning became my daily spot. I knew it was a lame move, but it was the only one I had. If I wanted to be an actress, I would have to be discovered, and I wasn't sure how you went about that, except by hanging around the spots where the movie people might be. So I went there every day and nursed a glass of Coke. I did it so often and for so long that eventually the bartender got sick of pretending he didn't know what gamble I was running. Look, he said to me about 3 weeks in. If you want to sit around here hoping Humphrey Bogart shows up, that's fine. But you need to make yourself useful. I'm not giving up a paying seat for you to sip a soda. He was older, maybe 50, but his hair was thick and dark. The lines on his forehead reminded me of my father's. What do you want me to do? I asked him. I was slightly worried that he'd want something from me that I had already given to Ernie, but he threw a waiter's pad at me and told me to try my hand at taking orders. I had no clue how to be a waitress, but I certainly wasn't going to tell him that. "Alright," I said. "Where should I start?" He pointed at the tables in the place, the booths in a tight row. "That's table 1. You can figure out the rest of the numbers by counting." "Okay," I said. "I got it." I stood up off the bar stool and started walking over to table 2, where 3 men in suits were seated, talking, their menus closed. "Hey kid," the bartender said. "Yes?" "You're a knockout. $5 says it happens for you." I took 10 orders, mixed up 3 people's sandwiches and made $4. 4 months later, Harry Cameron, then a young producer at Sunset Studios, came in to meet with an exec from the lot next door. They each ordered a steak. When I brought the check, Harry looked up at me and said, "Jesus." 2 weeks later, I had a deal at Sunset Studios. So that's how she got to Hollywood. I like that scene, and also Harry is a really important character throughout the book. Harry is great. Yeah, I really recommend reading this book. Just saying, that's all I really have to say. So I hope you enjoyed me rambling for 8 minutes. So yeah, thanks for watching and bye.